So I remember when I first started getting into fragrances, I was all about designers, and that didn't really last too long. I jumped into niche fragrances, and for me, I'm very out there in the sense that I like things that challenge me. I like things that make me think. And niche perfumery, when it's done well and it's done right, you get that story behind it. You get the vision that the creator was thinking about when they created a particular fragrance. And to me, that's stimulating. I like that. I like that component a lot. So I remember one summer we were at a barbecue at my friend's house, and I brought out this fragrance from this house, City Rhythms, and it was the fragrance called Miami. And I remember we were just kind of passing the bottle around. I just got it. I think it was like 20 ml, just left in the bottle. And I was telling them, like, yeah, this is some pretty nice stuff. And it was a great representation of the city of Miami, especially when, you have Toronto summers and them being as hot as they are. It's a great, nice, refreshing cocktail-esque type of feel, which I absolutely loved. It was beautiful. So, crushing the bottle, finishing it up, I kind of progressed through my journey, as you can tell from the stuff behind me. Um, I decided to kind of like look back and say, what is City Rhythms doing? And when I went to their website, they had a whole bunch of offerings that are new, that I wasn't aware about. So I reached out to Niles and I said, "Hey Niles, I'd love an opportunity to work with you. What do you think?" And he blessed me, sent me 4 samples of some fragrances which I haven't tried. And what I'll do is I'll dedicate one video each to each of the fragrances that he sent me. And today we're going to feature an excellent, exciting fragrance called New Orleans from City Rhythms. So stick with me on this one, guys. This one is super exciting. I really, really like this one. And we'll go over when to wear it, what it smells like, all that good stuff. So stick with me, and we'll be everybody. I just want to say thank you for being patient with me. I know it's been a while since I've released a video. Just unfortunately, I had to go through some unfortunate circumstances in life, and also battling a cold. So as you can tell, a little bit stuffy, but the nose still works, and that is the most important part. So my name is Midar from Food and Fragrances, talking about the fragrance part now, and I would love, love, love to showcase this beautiful fragrance, New Orleans, from the house of City Rhythms. Now, even though I got these fragrances, these opinions are my own. I'm going to be as thorough, as honest as I can be, because at the end of the day, it's you guys spending your hard-earned money. I'm not getting anything out of this, really. I just had the fortunate luxury of smelling these fragrances, which I'm going to keep to myself and enjoy. I do want to give you guys a excellent opportunity to, you know, live through my experiences with these fragrances, and if it sounds like something that you'll enjoy, then I highly, highly recommend sampling it first at cityrhythmsfragrance.com. The cool thing with this 10 mls that are exactly like this is that they're affordable, super affordable. Again, I'll place the link. I'm not going to get any commission off of it, nothing like that. It's solely to give you guys the awareness and also the comfort and safeness of knowing that this is where you can get the fragrance from. So a 10 ml will cost 30 USD, so $30 USD. Also, they have 50 ml bottles and 100 ml bottles, I think, all priced super, super reasonable, especially given the quality that you're getting with these fragrances. So without further ado, let's talk about New Orleans, NOLA, from City Rhythms. So First things first, when you're talking about New Orleans, you're talking about a city that's filled with culture, right? It's very hospitable. There's a beautiful music scene, a beautiful party scene, a beautiful togetherness scene. It's filled with wonderful people, and it's just an amazing vibe. Everybody knows that when you go to New Orleans, you're having a great time. And honestly, that's this in a bottle. That's this in a bottle. Now, this is called New Orleans Jazz and Booze. So, yes, it's going to be heavy on the booze, and it's also going to be heavy on a couple notes, which I'll go over very shortly. Actually, not even shortly. Let's go over them right now. So, when you spray this fragrance at opening, you're going to get a beautiful concoction of fruity notes. And the fruity notes is not going to be what you think of. It's very unique. You're going to get a predominant black cherry note. That gets really helped with the other accompanying notes in the opening. So you'll have some lychee, you'll have some jackfruit, and those notes will help contribute to a more juicier opening. Then you'll have some rhubarb, which brings out the sourness of the cherry, also mixed in with some cinnamon, so you get some nice depth spice in the opening as well. And I find that the opening is so refreshing, so awesome, so cool, that it allows the rest of the fragrance to start developing and just undressing before your eyes. I think the opening to me is very similar to opening up like a can of soda or cola on a hot day, where it's like you get that tss, and then you take your sips and it's just like that type of feel. You know what I'm saying? It's very nice. It's very juicy. It's very vibrant. And again, that black cherry really stands out as a very high quality note. It does not feel synthetic whatsoever. It really brings out sort of like a, I don't want to necessarily say a molasses-esque type of cherry, but it kind of has that type of vibe to it, which plays extremely well because in the background you got some florals, like some roses, that kind of help accentuate a little bit more of that brightness of the cherry, right? But not overextending to the sense where you're saying like, oh yeah, this got rose in it. Not like that. It's really well blended. And the things that I also love about this fragrance is that you're going to get a beautiful predominant whiskey note. So you got two predominant notes in here, whiskey and the black cherry. And it's absolutely phenomenal the way they play so well off of each other. Now, the other things that I love about this is you're going to get a tobacco note, and not a tobacco that will be imposing, but it adds such a beautiful depth to the fragrance that helps kind of bring everything together and add a balanced effect of a bitter type of boozy whiskey to a not overly fruity concoction that allows, you know, that typical kind of like barky tobacco note to help kind of bring everything all together. Now, what I also notice here is the woods in the background, and a very, to me, I find a very nice sandalwood that kind of brings sort of like that element of depth and body, right? That kind of bring everything together. So, you know, I think this fragrance to me is absolutely a banger. I highly recommend at least getting your nose on it by getting a sample, because you know, this could be something that we call polarizing, meaning that some people will love it and some people will be like, nah, that ain't for me, dog. That ain't for me. So if you're a fan of boozy notes, if you're a fan of that cherry note, but you like that cherry note to kind of take on some life of its own, I highly recommend, you know, getting your nose on this. I think this might be a great fragrance, a great staple fragrance for you in your collection. Now, just kind of smelling it, because I did spray it earlier just so I can get more so into the dry down. It is so nice. It's very subtle. And one thing that not subtle to the sense that it's not like powerful, it is powerful, but it's very it's very harmonious. Like I find the notes are not really conflicting with each other, and you get these bursts of the fragrance just kind of coming through and creating this atmospheric type of draw in to the people around you. And I find that when you go outside and the weather is a little bit cooler, whether it be a cool summer night, or a cooler atmosphere, such as like the winters in Canada, this fragrance will definitely pop off your skin, and it'll be a beautiful catch in the wind. I believe it has great drawing in factor. It is very gourmandish. Gourmand meaning like a little bit more sweeter. It has a bit of a bread element to it, that kind of helps rounds things out as well, which creates that gourmand type of vibe to it, along with some nuttier spices as well. So absolute banger of a fragrance, very complex in my opinion. It'll definitely allow you to think, and it'll definitely kind of bring you, I think, to the state of New Orleans. And again, Nola, you guys are watching this video, I hope you are. This is a fantastic representation of your beautiful, beautiful state city. I think Niles has done a fantastic job representing you guys extremely well. And for somebody like myself in Canada and Toronto to understand what it feels like to be transported through the art of fragrance to the city of New Orleans. Damn, like, yeah, damn, I'm gonna say damn, that's pretty damn sick, right? So, kudos to you, Niles. I think you have a banger on your hands. I really do encourage everybody to at least get yourself a sample of it. You owe it to yourself to try something like this. It may not be something that you might fully not enjoy. That's okay. That's why I'm not saying get like a bottle or anything, but definitely try the sample for sure. Now, when would I wear this? As I mentioned before, I think cooler weather will definitely help this fragrance flourish off of your skin and be more pleasant. I feel if you're going out on a hot summer night, or a hot summer morning wearing this, I don't necessarily think that would be the time and place. However, if it's a cooler summer night, or a cooler atmosphere, cooler weather, fall, winter, I think this will radiate off the skin phenomenally. You'll enjoy the wearing experience. I think others will enjoy the wearing experience as well. You'll be feeling like you're in a different vibe, a different type of mind state. You'll feel definitely a lot more mature, in my opinion. I think there's a level of maturity with this fragrance that I absolutely enjoy. And it's really a joy to wear. So if I were to wear it, I definitely feel comfortable wearing it on date night with my fiance. I think even though tobacco is not her favorite note, I don't know. I'll listen. Hey, I don't question the game. The game questions me. All right. But we'll get her around to tobacco. Don't worry. But if I wore this through date night, I think she'd be thrilled. I think the other notes that really help carry this fragrance is very intriguing. There's elements that kind of flourish and take its turn, showcasing itself in the blend. That it definitely has that draw-in factor that could lead to a very nice intimate type of setting. Also, if I'm going out with the boys, we're going out to a bar, we're going to like a restaurant, game night, pool, bowling, whatever the case may be, I'm definitely rocking this fragrance. I think this fragrance is something that, again, really kind of sets you apart within your friends group, right? People coming around and they're not really fragrance connoisseurs, or they may be, but they're more into like the more mainstream stuff, whether it be niche, whether it be designer. This one will definitely add a great talking point, a great element of, damn, the hell are you wearing? Type of feel to it in a positive way. So, I think this is a fantastic fragrance. In my opinion, I think this suits me a lot more. especially for what I'm looking for in my fragrance journey. So, you know, if you guys are looking for something a little bit more boozy, a little bit more towards the cherry vibe, you know, a little bit more mature, you know, it has a little bit of that elevated type of feel to it, you know, I highly recommend getting your nose on this. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And again, check out the website, which is cityrhythmsfragrance.com. You'll see the other offerings he has. You know, I'm going to review the other 3 fragrances that I have from City Rhythms, respectfully, in their own videos, because, you know, I don't think that this is a fragrance house that you should sleep on. You know, a lot of the times we talk about the common grounds on YouTube, right? Not the common grounds, like common fragrances that we talk about on YouTube, and it's, you know, the Amouages or the Xerjoffs or the Fragrance du Bois, the Argos, the Zaharovs, which are all phenomenal brands. But I think it's really important to highlight these types of houses as well, because again, not too many people know about them, and the question is why, right? Why? You guys should. You guys should. You know, I think with the type of quality that this is pumping out, and the type of vibe that you're getting, oh, it's really so good. Like, I'm getting it off of me as I'm moving my hands around, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. It's just that whiskey for me is life. Absolutely love it. So, you know, it's nice to discover something new. So genuinely, I hope that, you know, if you haven't heard about City Rhythms, it'll pique your interest, and it'll give you an opportunity to give this one a wonderful shot, or any of the other fragrances that I will soon talk about. But stick with me, guys. You know, I'm happy to bring you this house, and I'm happy to you know, answer any questions you may have in the comments section. Let me know what your favorite boozy fragrance is. All right, that will be the talking point of this video. Drop it in the comments below. And if you guys have stuck with me throughout this whole video, throughout this time, you know, throw up that thumbs, that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe, share the video with all your friends and family, and smell good. That's the most important part. You're gonna feel confident about yourself. You're gonna love it. You know, and thank you guys always for all the support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace out. Much love. City Rhythms, New Orleans. NOLA, what up?